All right, I want to welcome everyone to our live Saturday morning presentation. We're going to be looking at some of the events that went on last weekend called Experience Synergy. And what I want to do to start out with is I'm just going to play their promo video and then we'll take it from there. Here we go. I hope I'll play it. Okay, so give me a second here. All right. Now, I was not able to attend last weekend, and I don't think there's anyone on today's Saturday morning presentation that was at the event. If I'm incorrect, let me know. So what I want to share with you is the information that I do know that happened. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of reference material because Synergy's not put this information up online yet, but I can share some things with you with regards to what went on last weekend. So the first thing I want to talk about is Synergy Worldwide as a company and the leadership in terms of the lead distributors like Dane Org and Mark Comer and Diane Levitt, I should say. And they have been consistent in leadership for a long period of time. And they are extremely, they're individuals who have a passion for Synergy Worldwide. They have a passion for helping people improve their health. And they have a dedication to this company called Synergy Worldwide. And you can tell their passion and dedication in the way that they speak about Synergy and the opportunity that we have to build a Synergy business. Now, we're in the industry of network marketing, which is a difficult industry to begin with. But the nice thing about Synergy Worldwide is you don't have to build your business just on distributors. You can also build your business through customers, or you can build your business through a blend of the two. So that brings me to the first promotion that Synergy has for this year. It's called the Power of Five. So this is a promotion that is currently going on through the month of February. And what it is, it's the Power of Five. You want to be able to bring 2 new team members into your Synergy organization and 3 new customers. Now you'll notice on the slide that they're using what we call proper sponsoring and placement techniques. So for example, that you see the round circle is your tracking center 1. So when you bring in your first team member, you want to place them on the outside left of your TC1. Now, if you have other people in your organization already, then you just need to find the last person on the outside left of your leg. And then that new team member would go on their outside left of that last person. That way you're always building the outside left of your leg. Second team member would go on the outside right. Same thing. You would find the last person in your organization on your right, and then you would sponsor that person on their outside right. When you sponsor 2 new team members, you're going to earn $25 fast start bonuses for each of them. And then they want you to also get 3 new customers. Now I'm going to give you some suggestions on how to do that, but I'll do that in a little bit. So minimum enrollment for a customer would be 60 CV. Certainly they can have a larger order than that. And this assumes that you are at the 150 CV level for elite rebates, so that when your customers come on board, you automatically earn the 25% elite rebate. So if you're doing a minimum of 60 CV, 25% of that would be $15 times 3, that would be $45. So you've made $50 fast start bonuses, $45 elite rebates, and then if you complete this in the month of February, Synergy gives you a bonus of $100. So in effect, you've doubled the amount of money that you would have made. So you have $50 from fast start bonuses, $45 in elite rebates or more, depending upon what they order. And then Synergy would add a $100 bonus to that equation. So in effect, like I said, basically doubling the amount of money that you could make. Plus, what it's doing is it's building a solid business foundation for yourself, as well as for each new team member that you bring in. If they repeat the same process, then what does that do? That builds for them additional cash flow. Plus, like here, team member number 1, if that person then takes the power of 5, what have they done? They've added 1 person to the outside of their left. They've added 1 person to the outside of their right. They've added 3 customers. And all that does is it adds additional CV volume on your left-hand side. Same thing with team member 2. What would they do? First distributor outside left, outside right, and then you've got 3 customers. Again, that's creating CV volume, which will then, at the end of the month, pay you basic commission off of the lesser leg. And if you've sponsored team member 1 and you sponsored team member 2, and they've now are growing an organization underneath them where they're earning a basic commission, what are you doing? You're mega matching their basic commission. So this simple program called the Power of 5 can help you kickstart your current Synergy business, can help your new distributors kickstart their Synergy business. And in addition to the extra $100 bonus of the Power of 5, also create other streams of income that helps that person stay in business, especially the cash flow that comes through their customers. And you can certainly add more than 3 customers. I did not ask if you did like this, if you could repeat this, where you brought in 4 new team members and 6 new customers, would they pay you an additional $100 bonus? I do not know the answer to that question. Now, one of the other things that they're going to introduce in March, from March through the end of September, is they're going to introduce the Title Plus program to help people get to the rank advancements of Star through Gold. And instead of going through that program, I don't have the details of it. So we'll cover that in sometime in the third quarter. I'm sorry, sometime in the second quarter of this year. so that once that program comes in place, we'll spend some time on a Saturday breaking it down for you. Plus, they're going to implement a cruise program to the Bahamas, and that will go out. That cruise will be in August, and it's a point program. And again, they haven't released the complete details of it, but you'll get points for enrolling a new distributor. You'll get points for rank advancement. You'll get points for enrolling customers. You'll get points for CV volume on your Tracking Center 1. And if you are able to achieve 10,000 points in the period of time that the contest goes on, then you will be able to be on a cruise to the Bahamas with Synergy Worldwide. So one of the things that Synergy is doing is it's getting back into meeting together, using their corporate location to be able to attract people to the Synergy business, as well as incentive programs to help us as distributors get back into the game of not only bringing new distributors to Synergy, but also bringing new customers to Synergy Worldwide. Now, before I go on to my next part, do I have any questions from anyone on what I've shared so far? You're muted, so you'll have to unmute yourself. All right, so what I want to do now is help you understand that if you want to take advantage of the power of 5, getting new distributors is one type of situation, which is different than getting customers. So how can you get customers to want to join Synergy Worldwide? And what I want to suggest to you is to take advantage of the Subscribe and Thrive program. Now, I call it Synergy Worldwide, and I talked to Maria, and I wanted to go through with Maria exactly what I can do on the Subscribe and Thrive program to take my existing customers that buy directly from me and convert them to the Subscribe and Thrive program. So that instead of a person calling me on the telephone and saying, Dan, I'd like you to send me a jumbo packet, rather, what I can do is I can talk to that person and give them an incentive so that they can now get directly from Synergy Worldwide. Instead of coming through me, they can go directly through Synergy, and they can get an incentive to do that. So what's the incentive on Subscribe and Thrive? Well, 2 things, 10% discount and free shipping. So for example, let's say that person is getting a jumbo packet, $235. So they would get a 10% savings, $23.50. Their shipping would be free, and they would have sales tax. Now, in California, where it's around 10% sales tax, the 10% savings is washed, but again, it's still less than what they would most likely get it from any other place than Synergy Worldwide. Now, in setting up their Subscribe and Thrive, they have 4 options for when that product goes out, meaning that they can set it up for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or 120 days. So when I take a person who's on a jumbo packet for Pro X9 Plus, or maybe they're doing the jumbo packet +1, where they get the extra box for $240, which would then be a $24 discount on 10%, I can say to that person, okay, how many scoops are you going to be using on a daily basis? So if that person is going to be doing 2 scoops on a daily basis, then we would want to set up their Subscribe and Thrive for every 90 days or every 120 days, every 3 months or every 4 months. So the longest that you can set it up for is every 4 months. And that then makes it easy for that person to, again, go through their product, be able to know that it's going to automatically renew, get their product in their home when they're about done with their leftover packet, and be able to continue on a regular basis enjoying these additional savings. So that's a conversation you can have with every one of your existing customers to help convert them over to the Subscribe and Thrive program, and do it in a way that shows to them you want to help them with savings, consistency, and if you look at your history of when they order with you, you can pretty much determine how they need to set up their monthly auto ship. Now, you can do this where you 3-way the person into Synergy Worldwide, or if I understood from Maria correctly, I could gather all the information necessary and call it in directly to Synergy Worldwide and set it up directly for my client, as opposed to having to have them on the telephone. Now, we'll talk about this when we look at the new website. You can set people up on the new website, and this is a question I should have asked Maria, but I forgot to. In the new website, I only have one choice for my Subscribe and Thrive, which is a 30-day program. So my question that I would need to ask Maria would be, if I set someone up on the website for Subscribe and Thrive, can I call into Synergy Worldwide once they've been set up and adjust their auto ship to either 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months? That I don't have an answer to. But if I can do that, then that would be another option for you to get your clients set up and then call into Synergy Worldwide and make the adjustment on their auto ship once they've been set up. Now, do I have any questions with regards to that information?
Hi, Dan. Good morning. This is David.
Yes, David.
There's no publication as what the new website will be look like. There's no like pre-screened images that we could see.
So for the new website?
Right. Are you talking about the new.synergyworldwide.com?
Yeah. I'm pulling it up now, David. So this is the new website.
Okay. I'm familiar with that one, Dan. I was just wondering, making reference to what you were talking about, I was wondering what the images would look like that you were talking with Maria in terms of customer maintenance.
I don't quite understand what you're asking me.
You were talking about the Subscribe and Thrive, the ability for us to be able to manage and enroll customers in the Subscribe and Thrive program through the new Synergy website. And I was wondering what that looks like.
In terms of enrolling them actually on the website
Or is it
itself?
Yes, because you were saying we could call in with the customer, and I've done that successfully, where I've called in and we've enrolled the customers and taken an order, and they've been very happy, because I think it's Subscribe and Thrive is terrific because of the discounts, free shipping, and things like that you can get for them.
Hey, David.
However, maybe I misunderstood you. Is there something at the website that we could do the same thing independent of Synergy?
So,
Go ahead,
so
Judy.
David, so are you
Yes.
asking if you can change the monthly subscription to different months, like 1, 2, 3? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, I'm not making myself clear. As I'm understanding, there may be a feature in the future or now where we can not call Synergy and just go on our own, let's say, dashboard with the client and enroll them into Subscribe and Thrive and make them a preferred customer using the new Synergy website.
Sure, absolutely. And you have the option to actually share a link of the product to your customer. So if you go on the website and go to shop and go to ProArginine Plus,
So you
there's
want me to go
But
to,
wait. I'm sorry. I know how to do that, Judy, because I've shared the links before and I've even converted it into a QR code where the customer just scans the QR
Okay,
code and goes
awesome.
directly to my order link. But what I was asking is specifically to a particular customer that you can go on the new Synergy website directly to that customer's profile and manage their auto
No,
ships.
if you have
Okay.
their login information, yes, but the new rules with Synergy is distributors have no authority to place orders for customers.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And if they give you their login information, that's fine. But you can't call in. You can't. And that's not like it used to be where you could go into the back office and
Right.
order for them.
Okay. Yeah, that was
no,
taken away. All right.
it's taken away. Yeah.
Understood. Thank you.
so Judy, since you're on, do I click on share to be able to send this link to someone?
Yes. Yeah. You hit share, and then you can copy. And you could copy the link, and that's if you have to be signed into the website.
Okay, so I would have to sign in on my Synergy ID, and then I could
Right.
hit share, and then it would generate the code so that it would know that it came from me.
Right. And if you look in the link, it'll have your account number in the link. Oh, yeah. So I don't know. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. So you're signing in. I'm sorry. I've got people here. We're doing we're doing PT and lots going on here.
I'm learning something new. So give me a second here.
No, that's okay. This is such a good thing. And I've got that link. I have a list of all my shared links, and David's created a QR code, which is absolutely awesome. You can even put that on a business card. You can put it in an email.
Okay, so now I can go to the share button. Okay,
Mhm.
all right. And it gives
There you
me,
go. So there's your. And you see, if you move over, you can actually see your account number in that link.
yep, there it is. Got it. Because I was wondering how to do that, and you just explained it. Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Judy. I didn't know that. That's even better than what I was doing. So thank you.
Oh, okay. I thought you made a QR code out of the shareable link.
No, I would copy the QR code when I got to the product on my website and just copy and paste that. And that only gave them access to the box itself, the first, but it wasn't specific. And I was trying to find out how to get that link for specific, the Jumbo Plus One, and you just showed me. So
Well,
thank you.
right. So there isn't a Jumbo Plus One link because it's a drop down now.
Here, there you go. So Jumbo plus single. Okay. Which flavor you want,
Yeah.
David? Mixed berry?
Mixed berry, yes.
Okay. And then I would hit share and copy link. Because of the Zoom platform, this is having a hard time pulling up.
Yeah.
I don't see the distributor number though on the link.
Yeah. It's you don't see it because it's at the end of that link. If
Right,
you
but I'm
went-
looking at what Dan pasted there in his URL.
yeah, see 21802 at the end. I think that's what it is.
Oh, I see.
See, David,
Oh, it's
It's-
747349. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
there you go.
Referral ID.
Press enter there and see if it goes direct to the Jumbo Plus One.
Yeah, it did.
So what it does, David, is it cuts out that information on the redirect.
I see.
Oh,
I see.
but it is there.
Let's see
yes.
what shows up though.
Well, for some
I know it's
reason
slow.
on the Zoom platform, it's just not showing up.
I see. Okay.
But we do know that you get that information
See,
off
there
the
it is.
copy link.
Yes, I will try it. Thank you. That's great.
Yeah, it is. And there's nowhere on that website that shows who you are, who the distributor is. There's not a link. There's not a name. I mean, there's nothing. The customer does not know. And this is also available for customers, not just distributors. Now, I don't know that they have any of that in place yet, where the customer gets free product and all that stuff that they were talking about. I thought that was in phase 3, but I noticed that anybody can use that share link.
So Judy, if I may ask you a question, and Dan, I don't mean to take up your time for maybe.
No, that's fine.
Stuff. Judy, when you have used the link and you've pasted it to your social media platforms as a link to your order, have you experienced orders being placed through those efforts?
I've only done it through email. So if someone says, "Oh yeah, I'd really like to order. Can you send me some information?" Then I send them the link. I have not. I did it one time actually. I did a posting of my husband's surgery, and the doctor said that his medicine to take at home was L-arginine. So, and I've got that written on his outpatient stuff. So I posted that, and some people started asking, "Well, what's L-arginine?" Blah blah blah. So I did post that link
Right.
on my Facebook page, but I have not gotten any orders for that. So.
Okay, so my experience has been similar, and you know, I know I've gotten calls on social media posts, and I've gotten inquiries which then result in orders. However, what you caught my attention, saying that when you copy it, you do see the number, but when you paste it, you don't. So I'm curious to see if indeed. And if you look on the top, I don't know if you could see my blank screen there,
Yes.
but on the top in the URL, you should see Dan's number, 21802. I think that
No,
maybe.
his is
No, that's the
747.
USD
That's
number.
the USD number. When you paste it and you hit enter, the referral ID disappears.
Do you see what I'm pasting now?
Yes,
Okay, at the end is 747349.
yes. And if you hit enter, it will
I'll hit
disappear.
enter, and right now as you can see, it's spinning on the upper right-hand side where it says Priority. So now stop spinning, and I'm waiting for something to appear on the screen, which perhaps, as Dan experienced, due to the resources on the platform of Zoom, it seems to be taking a little bit more time.
Right. Right. You might want to stop screen sharing and see if you can get to it, and then screen share after it.
All right,
comes up.
one moment. Judy, you're just so smart.
You know what? I learned through making mistakes.
So this is what's coming up now. What I need to find out from Dan is if what the link that he sent me was for the jumbo jar, or if it was for this particular landing
I
page.
don't think it is, because these are just drop-down boxes. They're not separate. The product number is the same for all the different all the different flavors and sizes and quantities. There must be something in the back that gets to the right place.
Right, but you see where I'm clicking on mixed berry now?
Can you hear me now?
And then yes,
Yeah.
Dan, we could hear you.
Okay. So, David, I pasted it in on a, let's get rid of this here.
So Dan, I'm sharing my screen and I'm pasting the URL you sent me on.
I know.
See it?
Yep,
So that's your number at the end, 747-349. So when I hit enter, and of course your intent in giving me that URL was so that it could redirect to the jumbo jar order, correct?
yes,
Okay, so when I hit enter, what happens, it populates to the default page, which is the landing page with the box
Correct.
only.
correct.
That's what I saw.
Yes, that's correct.
I agree with that.
So that's not what I want. That's not the outcome
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah, and I don't know that there's the ability to get the outcome you want because it doesn't actually switch pages. The information for the flavor and the size, the quantity is all inside that URL.
Got it. Yes. All
So,
right, so that's something.
so David, the workaround on something like that, at least at this point in time, till the website continues to see improvements, would be to, you should be able to see my screen, correct?
No, not yet, Dan. Maybe you need to take the rights away from me. I don't know. I stopped
Okay.
sharing, but
Let me go in and see.
But you know what I'm thinking, David, is it might be a request that we make of corporate for that option to be available, because they may not even know that it's an important differentiation.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So here's the URL. And then I would just need to type some notes to the person. Okay. This takes you to the default page. Click on packet +1. What's it look like?
There's jumbo and single, I think.
So click on, so what I would do is just put notes. I would say, click on jumbo and single, click on mix vary, click on option pack 1, and then add to cart.
Okay. Add
So-
to cart. Okay.
So yeah, so that way, again, because that's minimal instructions, David, on a person to be able to do this. And so they have the URL that you send in the email, like here's the URL, click on it. They come to this landing page. Your notations are click on jumbo and single, click on mixed berry, 1 pack, and then add to subscription.
Right.
And then what you can do is once they get set up, then you can call into Synergy Worldwide, either with them on the phone or not, and you can make the adjustment on their monthly auto ship to either 90 days or 120 days through customer support.
Right. And the new rule is they have to be on the phone.
Okay.
You can do nothing for a customer without the customer or an email from the customer. The customer doesn't have to call in, they can email in,
Okay.
because then it's written, but it has to come from their email, the email that's on the account. I had that
In this
challenge.
Yeah, in this particular case, I would do nothing short of that. I would definitely have the customer with me on the phone, call together. It's one call. one time, get it done. The customer is motivated, I'm motivated, and then once it's in place, we're done. I don't want to put it in the customer's hands to send the email, or at least that's my preference, just to make sure that it really happens.
Right, right. Well, with my customer, she was really doing the business, but it was her husband's ID.
Okay,
So, and they needed a verbal from him. He was in the hospital, you know, so she
I
just
see,
sent an
I
email.
see. Yes. Okay.
All right. Anything else for me? Any additional questions for me
No, Dan.
before we say goodbye?
No question. Just an observation. Very good morning, all.
Hi, Donald.
Morning.
I'm one of the users that uses the jumbo pack. Have anybody else experienced that it's not resealing properly? You know that zip
Right,
zip thing
right.
that.
So what I do, Donald, is I put my my stuff in an old plastic container because
Gotcha.
I always have a problem with any type of those zip things. So I saved one of my old plastic containers.
Okay.
And as soon as I get it in, I stick it in there.
Yeah, I think I have one, and luckily tossed my last one out. So that's what I'll do.
Donald,
Back.
if it's a new customer, what I do is I encourage my customers to use a Tupperware type of container to store the product. And I tell them it keeps it fresher than the bag, just to not mention that the bag doesn't seal well. So keep it fresher, just transfer it over and keep it. And when you're using it, use a scooper and then seal it again. And if you want to make it really easy on yourself, transfer it to a smaller container. When that smaller container finishes, just transfer some more. And I say my wife and I do that all the time. And they usually will follow those instructions. And if they keep doing it, it's fine, because if not, they will struggle with the bag.
Thanks. I share it among my family rather than buy individual boxes for them. I like to, give the family member household
Sure.
the equivalent
Yes.
of the old small sizes. It's economical for me.
Right.
Thanks
So
all.
this has been great. Thank you, Judy, for sharing that share link. That's useful.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Yeah, Synergy is almost there. One more step and they'll have it perfect.
Yeah. So the taking the monthly thing and switching it to 2, 3, 6 months is going to be a long time. So that's not their next step. Because there's so many countries and it has to work in all the different platforms in all the different countries.
Right.
They're just having a hard time. So
Okay.
we're gonna have to call it in for a while yet.
Thanks again for everything. And since I was late on the call, it's nice to hear Dan again. Dan, continue to heal nicely. Continue to pray for you and wish you all the best, buddy.
Thank you. All right. Well,
Thank you, Dan.
that's it for me. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
Good day, all.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you all.